let's take a ride. Adventure guys on the Hump Day Hour. Signal screen with electric power. Able to soar it, they're chasing the thrill. Mountains and rivers, they do their well. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Kayaks cut through the roaring stream. Black tires spin, chasing the dream. Satellites calling from the black sky. James and Dan, they're aiming high. Adventure guys on the Hump Day Hour. Signal screen with electric power. Able to soar it, they're chasing the thrill. Mountains and rivers, they do their well. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Kayaks cut through the roaring stream. Black tires spin, chasing the dream. Satellites calling from the black sky. James and Dan, they're aiming high. Adventure guys on the Hump Day Hour. Signal screen with electric power. Able to soar it, they're chasing the thrill. Mountains and rivers, they do their well. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Kayaks cut through the roaring stream. Black tires spin, chasing the dream. Satellites calling from the black sky. James and Dan, they're aiming high. Adventure guys on the Hump Day Hour. Signal screen with electric power. Able to soar it, they're chasing the thrill. Mountains and rivers, they do their well. They do their well. Oh yeah. They do their well. Whoa.
What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Hump Day. Time for the Hump Day Happy Hour. Some great music. And speaking of great music, I noticed the number just keeps getting bigger and bigger as the songs are going on. People piling in. You guys know we're streaming. How can you miss this whole intro? The intros are so great, man. You got to get in here early.
Let me tell you why. Because our buddy Mike, the PP man, is actually activating right now. He owes taxes.
Well, nobody
Next
can
time.
hear him anyway. How are you going to miss A-Track
You know.
music to try to hear somebody that you're not going to hear? That's crazy, guys. Come on. All right. Let's give a shout out to the Patreons. They are absolutely awesome. It's about that time. It's really about that time to add a new name to the list. Dan has not had to update the Patreon list in a while. So, I think we need to make Dan update this list for sure.
And it's almost Patreon season.
It is almost Patreon season, and I have a license for that. A shout out to the YouTube members, equally important. And both Patreons and YouTubers. I didn't put out the post, but I'm going to do it. Dan's going to remind me in After Chat to do it. This is the last until Friday. After Friday is the last chance you have to sign up for the Christmas gift exchange. Everybody's still welcome to show up to the party. But if you want the gift exchange, we got to get this done. And the ever-changing board, we got Kilo Delta 9, Uniform Delta Victor, and Chris, Kilo 2, PTC, popping in. Steven was previously on the board and got knocked off. He came right back, and Chris joined the board, I think, for the first time. So welcome, and welcome to the help of the A-Track Gas Fund. Because I'll tell you what, I've been spending it left and right.
That's right. Because you got to go over the mountains, not through them.
That's right. Absolutely. And before Dan gets started, we're going to go ahead and explain the disco ball thumbnail today, because it's always the mood. I feel like I've gotten my groove back. I'm starting to really push out the contacts again, getting lots of new parks to me. And it's late in the year for me to be getting new parks. I've already got it down now to where it's about at least a 2 hour and 20-minute ride for me now to get a new park from here. So
Jeez.
it's happening. Go ahead, Dan. Take it over.
Chris has played the trump card. He's figured out how to get to the top of the list. He hit us with a super chat before I could introduce to everybody. That's our buddy Ron Chris, Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar over at Georgia Parks and Propagation.
Recreation.
Go check him out. Thanks so much for the super chat. First in the chat, don't let YouTube lie to you, was Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie, even though the first comment seemed to be disappearing for some reason, and I don't know why. James doesn't know why. I doubt YouTube knows why. But Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie Brian was first in the chat. Second was Daryl, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra X-Ray Hotel. Howdy, howdy. Third was our buddy Ron Chris, aforementioned Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar. Always good to see you, buddy. Kenny is here. Kilo Charlie 5 Mike Juliet Echo. What's up, man? Mike 88 KB. Matthew Kilo Delta 9 Delta Zulu Tango. Whiskey Delta 4 Juliet. Mike is here saying hello to everybody in every language except Minganese. I see that. Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Bravo Bravo. What's happening, Mo? Long time no here, buddy. Hopefully everything is doing all right with you. Zach is here. Kilo 4 Zulu Sierra Romeo. Jason KQ4 GPT. Man, I hiccuped right in the middle of that one. That kind of hurt too. Jason, what's going on, buddy? KQ4 GPT. Good evening to you. Our buddy Ronnie, Kilo Oscar 4
Zulu
Romeo X-Ray. Chris K3MTO, My Toy Ostrich is in the house. Good to have you. Dennis Alpha Delta 9 and Whiskey Mike. Bob W4GA. I love that call sign. Man, I love that call sign. Whiskey 4 Golf Alpha. Scott N2T KT. Hello, hello. Kilo Oscar 4 November Lover. Smoking POTA. That's our buddy Eddie. The good with the meats. Live from Hammertown A. You're 5 and 9. Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. Larry is here. Good to see you. My boo, Victor, Kilo Delta 9, Uniform Delta, Victor is here. And Liz is here, Liz and fam. I'm glad they got their, glad she got her call sign right. It's Whiskey Echo 8, Echo, Romeo. That is true. NC Old Man Overload, that's our buddy Turd in the pile up. And 4TRD, Pete Knapp, blazing through the airwaves on 0.2 watts, KN8 PPY from West by God, Virginia. James Walker, Dad is here. Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Victor Kilo. And hey, that's about it. And I got the wrong background because I wasn't paying attention. But we will change it now. Voila.
There.
James, what's going on, buddy?
Got them weird radios on the bottom, man. What kind of radios are them?
Them QR radios. QR code P radios.
Oh, you know what? Liz can put what she wants for her call sign though, but to me, she's always Whiskey 8 Echo Robio. Because that is my favorite way to take her call because it's a very strong voice when it's Robio.
Absolutely. Glad he's doing a lot better too. Aaron, I see you sliding in here, buddy. KQ4 Hotel Kilo. What's going on?
Yeah,
Happy Hump Day.
I mentioned it to Dan. So for the last 3 streams, I noticed that when I post a stream, I notice somebody will comment. And it's normally Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie because a lot of times I'll post a stream at like 2 o'clock in the morning and he's the only one up at that time. But it's normally him. But by the next day when it comes stream time, it's no longer there. And I don't know what the conspiracy is, as Zach called it. But it's the disappearing first comment. And it never used to do that because we used to always have first.
Is it only the first comment?
We always know that Andy Kelly used to always be first.
If it's always the first comment that does it, next time you schedule up a live, just make sure you comment on it first. That way, the real first comment will be the real first comment. But the second one,
we can try it. We can try that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the just that one that gets bumped off, or if there's more above that too.
We'll try it. The next time I post something really, really late like that or something, or when just the next time I post a stream, I'll just go ahead and comment first.
YouTube jacked
If
up.
if I can beat Brian, that's the thing, because so when I do a live stream, I post it from StreamYard, and then I have to go over to YouTube to edit the interior stuff that I need to edit. And
Yeah.
normally by the time I go over to YouTube, he's already commented. So yeah, Brian's trying to be the new Andy Callie.
He's quick. I'll tell you. I saw a picture of your lunch today.
That I don't know if that was lunch or dinner. I don't know.
Man.
I'll tell you what it was, and I'll tell you why I needed that very badly. So we went out activating, surprise, but I was not under the assumption that I was going for a hike today.
I thought you were going to say influence.
So I asked, what do I need to bring? Oh, just your backpack with your tablet in it. I got everything else. Okay. So I brought that, and then I brought my filming gear, which I'm glad. I did film two videos today. So, but first park we activated, really, really nice, and great activation. I got the Eagle One properly grounded on Josh's truck today. And let me tell you, that thing was putting out. There wasn't a whole lot of hunters this morning, but people were at work. But everybody was giving me 5.9s from everywhere. And people who was not getting me
better.
The past couple of days on 40 meters at the same time was getting me. So
yeah, you sounded good this morning, but I chalked it up to the bands being better. But hey, you sounded you did sound better.
That was definitely the Eagle One putting out, and then it did really well on 20 today as well. So, but then we go to the second activation, and we get there, and I'm gonna probably say where most people activated, the parking area, and I'm looking at the map, and I'm like, no, this ain't it. We got to go up this trail. And when I say up this trail, I meant up this trail. So we went for a hike with a 710, a 50 amp hour battery.
Wow.
A Telegans antenna, some coax, and of course my filming gear. And of course we get up there, and I had called Terry and told him beforehand that we wasn't going to have signal up there, because once we got away from the Starlink, we were done. And we didn't have signal. With Josh ended up getting a couple spotty bars every now and then passing through, and he could get something. But it was great, because I got on the radio, and as soon as I got on the radio, Whiskey 4 Golf Alpha picked me up, and I asked him to spot me, and he spotted me. And I'd already called Terry, so Terry was going to be watching for me. So Terry comes in after he spotted me, and I think he's messing with me, because I think he's done seen my spot. So I just rattle off the parks real quick, and I'm going, blowing through him. He's like, "Can I get those 3 park numbers again?" I said, "Yeah, right, you got them." He's like, "No, I need the 3 parks." And I'm like, "What do you need the 3 parks for?" So I give them to him, and evidently it was to spot me. But he spotted me in Pennsylvania.
Close enough. Good job, Terry.
And then somebody fixed it. But yeah, he spotted me in Pennsylvania. I know people's wondering, like, how did he get from North Carolina to Pennsylvania in 32 seconds?
And how is that a threefer?
Yeah, and how's that a threefer? It definitely was a threefer. I can guarantee you. First of all, I'm not going to do something that's not something anyway. Hence to me walking up the hill with a 50 amp hour battery on my back. Josh packed a radio and a Telegans. I packed a 50 amp hour battery and the filming gear. But I'm going to tell you, my legs are going to hurt tomorrow from it. But,
yeah.
We get up there, and the band was crap. But we only did 40 and had 13 contacts. And I said, I think I'm done with this. I'm hungry. I got to go back and stream. Let's go. So then we walked back down. But I did film it. So that you actually see that I did walk up the hill to where I was supposed to be for the three-fer.
For the three-fer. Now, if you stayed in the parking lot, that'd be a one-fer, or is the parking lot not even in the
parking lot? You could actually get a two-fer. You could get the Natahala National Forest, and you could get the. I'm going to say I say that wrong every time. So
the what?
The N Forest.
That's like me. What's the park in West Virginia that I do that to?
Kanawha.
Yeah, Kanawha.
and you can get 4556 because literally we were parked on 4556.
Yeah,
because it goes right through the parking there, which is the Appalachian Trail. But to get the hard one, the one that I've been trying to get for the past 3 years almost, you had to do the hike in.
Yeah.
And
that is hilarious.
I don't even know what that word is from my cousin.
Yeah, Mommy Noodles is here, and a lot of people saying their back would hurt and everything else. And let's see, I know what it is, but let's see if anybody else here in the chat here. Your legs hurt. Well, now your back's going to hurt because you're going on landscaping duty.
Oh yeah, well, my back always hurts. I'm used to that, but now, and the funny thing, this is what's funny. So going up, I'm the goat, I'm just scrolling along, going on up.
The pack mule.
And I'd stop and let Josh catch up with me. Going down, he's gone, and I'm going off slow because we all know.
Yeah.
2 bad ankles, 2 bad knees, no ACL. I don't do good going down. If you want me to go fast going down, I'm going to be falling. So.
Does nobody want to name that movie for Eric here? I mean, if I don't see anything in the next couple minutes, I'll go ahead and shout it out.
Let's see where I didn't even see
no
his comment.
cheating. He said your legs hurt. Well, now your back's going to hurt because you're going on landscaping duty. That's a quote from a movie.
I don't recall it, so I'm not going to name it.
They made a part 2.
See that Liz said Kaylee wasn't even there, and that's why I was going really slow because I was scared. Kaylee was going to pop out from a tree and trip me, and I was going to go rolling down the hill with a 50 amp hour battery banging me in the head with my backpack.
That is funny.
So yeah, so here's the funny thing. So if you guys remember, if you're a longtime HRAG fan, you remember my first ever summit, and people were commenting in that video of how did you get that stuff up there, and it was a 991A. A Wolf River coil, and a 20 amp hour battery. So this was way worse.
Happy Gilmore. That's right.
How did I miss a Happy Gilmore quote? I love that movie.
That's a long hike with all that, man. That's not exactly QRP material you were dragging up there.
No, I mean, I definitely would have had a different radio setup. I would have took my FTX1 and probably just the internal battery on it and did 6 watts, to be honest. So
I guess tomorrow, no big trekking parks. You're just going to take a relaxing day and do some flat land parks.
Here's the thing. So I typically wake up in the morning and I'll say, okay, I'm going to go here today. But when Josh doesn't have jobs, he automatically will be like, hey, you want to go here? And his plan always sounds better than mine. Never does he say, hey, do you want to go hiking up a mountain with a 50 amp hour battery? He says, do you want to go get that park you've been trying to get to forever?
You don't need anything. Just bring your shoes with you. You'll be fine.
And here's the thing. If you wonder, well, James, why don't you have your extra gear in the truck? Because you always have your extra gear in your vehicle. Well, have you ever seen the show Storage Wars?
Yeah. Yep.
You know how full they get those storage buildings?
Yeah.
That's how Josh packs a vehicle.
That's hilarious. So what you're saying is he's a master packer.
Uh,
Gotcha.
I tell you what, I thought that I brought a lot of stuff down here in the truck until he gave me the keys to the car, and I went to go get in the car and put some stuff in. It's like, ooh, I wonder if my KX2 will fit in here.
Well, it's funny. We're at Montesano, and I need some paracord, and I had some in another Apache case my antenna case that I keep in the back of the truck. I got a ton of wire antennas in there. I got a roll of paracord, connectors, whatever you need. And when I was putting the antenna up, I said, I need some paracord. And Steven and Jamie went over to the back of my truck to grab it. And Steven looked around in the back of my truck when he let the tailgate down. And he, on the way back, he goes, "You ain't worried about saving on weight, are you?" I said, "No." If anybody's seen the back of my truck underneath my tonneau cover, you know I'm not worried about saving on weight. I have about everything.
Oh, well, here, I'll give you an example. So before he left, he did happen to take out 2 things out of the truck and put them in the car to save 100 pounds. It was 2 50-pound bags of concrete. I mean, he's loaded down, man. He's got so much work stuff in there where he's got to be working all the time. It's crazy. So, and yes, Josh is a great POTA buddy guy. I agree 100%. We've had a good 2 days, that's for sure.
Brian says his club members joke that his truck is a rolling field day. That's how I feel sometimes.
Well, that's the car that I'm driving around. It's a rolling field day, and I could probably activate anywhere or set up a satellite out of that car. So when I say satellite, I mean like a satellite dish.
I mean, it's nice to have. I mean, like we say all the time, have extras. You know, 1 is none and 2 is 1 kind of thing. But it's really nice to. I mean, I can go out in my truck and go to a park just on a whim and not even bring my radio case, not even bring my battery, not bring anything. And I can still activate.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Nah, I'm your Uncle Terry.
I'm your Uncle Terry. That's right.
Yeah, speaking of Huckleberry, that's still on the list. I'm kind of not sure if it's going to be this week now or not, because my legs might be had for this week. It might be early next week before I hit Huckleberry, but we'll see. We'll see.
Eddie, the answer is hell no. I don't know where any of my 10-minute.
Eddie,
I don't know where any
Eddie,
of them
are. I got a deal for you, Eddie. There's a 10 millimeter socket out in the car that I'm driving, and if you go out there and get it, you can have it. I'll replace it for Josh if you can go out there and get it.
I was looking for one the other day because me and my son was working on some wiring, and I could not find it, and I had to get a bolt loose, so I had to go grab the all 16th wrench and use that instead.
I'll tell you a funny story. So I took my Arrow out the other day to Cherokee National Forest, went over to Tennessee, and I had it all together, and I just had it laying, on top of everything in the back. And I hear it rattling and stuff. I get there and pull it out, and the smallest of the elements, the bottom half, had worked its way loose and fell off. And I had to find it in the car. It was a 20-minute ordeal to find that element.
That's bad as dropping something in that right beside you where your seatbelt is between your chair and your center console, that little gap right there. I call that no man's land in a truck.
Yeah. But yeah,
No. The all 16ths is not good for metric. You have to have an all metric wrench for that.
But do you have a German crescent wrench?
No, but I did I did a while back, like years ago, messed with a guy at the hardware store. I said, I'm looking for a metric crescent wrench. And he looked at me for a second, and I just stayed with a straight face. I said, I already have the regular Imperial crescent wrench, but I need a metric crescent wrench. He went looking for one. I turned around and walked out. I don't know how he might still be looking today. I mean, I don't know.
Eric said that happened to him. He drove 45 minutes to get there and was missing an element. Thankfully, you found that. Well, I mean, I was probably a good hour into this drive. Of course, I was going to do POTAs there too, but I specifically really went to rove that grid for satellites. Is why I really went to that particular location, because I could have got the park somewhere else. But I found it too. So good stuff. No, so when I was growing up, there was this guy, and his dad had every tool there was known to man, because he would tell us about it. And my dad said, "I bet he don't have a German crescent wrench." "Oh, yes, he does. Let me see it." And he'd go over to his house, and he'd come back with a crescent wrench. "That ain't a German crescent wrench. That's an American crescent wrench." "All right, I'll be back." And he brought 3 different crescent wrenches back over there. That's not a German crescent wrench. It's an American crescent wrench. He messed with that poor boy so many times.
Like a left-handed number 3 Phillips screwdriver. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, when you said you seen my lunch, that's what brought all that up. But yeah, so I will say this: the food was really good there. The service was less to be desired for, but
it looked
the
good.
food. So you know how you normally go to a restaurant and you ask for extra or something, and they say, "Yeah, okay, I got you," and they'll charge you for it, but you don't see the extra on the. When I asked for extra cheese, they put extra cheese. And this is coming from me. I said they put extra cheese. It was really, really, really good. So I was quite happy.
Yeah. Let's I can't do but one. Oh, there we go. All right. Extra cheese.
That would be mine.
Extra cheese. Well, what is that? Is that like a marinara sauce up top?
That is a marinara.
It looks very good. We got some cheese in there.
That was a meat lover stromboli. It had pepperoni, sausage, bacon, and ham, and extra cheese in it.
Do I see mushrooms in there?
No mushrooms. It's all meat and cheese, and it's Parmesan cheese on the top as well.
That looks really good. This is what got me this Philly.
And this is Josh's Philly.
That looks so good. You need some more ketchup there, buddy. You don't have enough.
We're 2 for 2 for the last 2 days we've been roving. We end up roving so long, and then we didn't really rove today. We weren't, but it was a good. So this part of North Carolina reminds me a lot of West Virginia. If you got a 20-mile drive, okay, 20 miles, you're going to go 60 miles an hour. You'll be there in 20 minutes, right? No, 20 miles here is a 3-hour drive. It's been like that.
With some of that Dramamine or whatever the motion sickness pill is in there too, right? Especially if you go on the Dragon.
See, I don't do that. Josh was like amazed. He's like, James literally sat and looked at his phone reading stuff all the way through the Dragon and did not get motion sickness. That was Josh's words. However, I was trying to read stuff going down National Wilderness Road today. That's what it was called, National Wilderness Road. And I couldn't even hold my hand straight. I was like, yeah, I think I'm done with this.
Provolone, not Cheese Whiz.
Here we go.
Cheese Whiz is the OG Philly. I actually did a video on this Huntsville 2 years ago, I think. I asked the Philly question. I asked if you prefer provolone or Cheese Whiz. I asked a whole bunch of different people in Huntsville.
I can't remember what question I asked that year, but people were so weirded out about my microphone that I didn't get a whole lot of answers.
No.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
All the YouTubers were going around asking people questions with their cameras and their microphones and stuff, and I just was walking around with a Dr. Pepper can, and I'd stick it up in somebody's face, and I remember jelly or not.
Great, jelly or not, jelly or jam, something like that. Yeah.
It was something to do with jelly. I remember it. Terry probably remembers it really good because he knows what it referred to. But
The Hillbilly Ham, what's going on? KE6GAE. Yeah, Jumbo Marshmallow had her face in her book the whole time we were driving up around Murphy and zigging and zagging and weaving and wabbing and wobbling and hoobling.
Yeah, that stuff don't really bother me.
It don't bother me. It's worse if I'm a passenger, obviously. If I'm driving, it normally doesn't bother me, but it did up there. I actually had to slow down a little bit.
If you're reading a book while you're driving on a windy road, I want to make sure that I'm behind you a good ways.
I'm not going to be. No, I don't read while I'm driving. I just take naps. You did one what, Terry? A jelly or a jam?
Brian wants to know if everyone's doing the Bigfoot special event. I'm not exactly sure what the Bigfoot special event is. Brian, tell us what the Bigfoot special event is.
What you talking about, Willis?
The only true creature that is real is the Mothman.
That's true. How'd your Mothman? Oh, speaking of Mothman, how did your Mothman fare the journey to North Carolina?
I didn't bring him because I didn't want him to get broke. He has put up both of my Mothman, the one you made me and the other one, any kind of decoration style stuff I stored in West Virginia, like all my awards and my
which is probably a good thing because we've all seen the picture of Josh's truck loaded down, and if you would have added a Mothman to that, you probably would have broke the suspension.
Yeah, well, not only that, but I still can't find stuff. Like I was going to fire up the 3D printer last night because I found something I finally wanted to print. And
are you gonna the Georgia Fall POTA sprint this weekend? No. Yeah. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Wow, this weekend is really big.
Are you gonna come down to Georgia and look for a soul to steal?
So this weekend is the Fall POTA sprint. It is also Support Your Parks weekend. It is the 18th this weekend, right?
Correct.
Yeah. It's also Support Your Parks weekend. It is also the SOTA Georgia camp meetup. There's going to be a lot of people on SOTAs this weekend. This is going to be a busy weekend for radio. And hey, Kelly, how are you?
Happy birthday.
Friday is his birthday. It's only your birthday one day unless you're Terry Chris.
Did you take Therese to keep her safe?
Terry said it's his birthday weekend. Terry, every weekend is your birthday.
Absolutely. Kelly Rose, I see you snuck in here, KI4JAV. What is going on? And Liz wants to know if you took Therese with you just to,
No, Therese is keeping the Mothman company.
Got you.
Because the Mothman don't scare her at all. She's just scared of that Golf Quebec guy. Oh.
It's okay. I'm scared of him too.
Chris said it's also the New York QSO party.
Wow. Good luck finding a spot on 20 meters.
Yeah, good luck for sure. Anytime there's a QSO party, it makes it rough.
I mean, especially in New York. I mean, if there's like a North Dakota QSO party, nobody really cares. But
North Dakota QSO party, 4 people is going to be out.
But jeez.
I had a North Dakota work me park to park the other day. I was shocked. I didn't look to see if he was from North Dakota or not.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he wasn't.
Yeah.
You're welcome for Pennsylvania, Terry. Yeah, some of it did that, Terry.
So what you're saying is this weekend will be a good opportunity. Well, maybe not, because man, there's going to be so much activity. It's not even going to be a good weekend to try to hunt QRP with weird antennas, because there's going to be a lot of power stations out probably.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Man, oh man, I can't wait for wintertime because I got an idea for a random antenna QRP that I want to load up on 80 meters. 80 meters. This thing is huge. 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 It's huge. We're gonna have some fun.
You know, I just came up with a great collab video idea for me and you.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I just came up with a great collab video. We both could post it. We both could post a video of it.
So I had an idea the other day, and I'll go ahead and tell everybody now because it did not work, even though you would think it would work for a random antenna. I can't say it didn't work because I didn't try it, but with my multimeter, it did not ohm out as conductive material, so I didn't try it. You know those things you put in your front window to keep the sunlight, from coming in your truck, and it has that silver on one side of it. I was like, I wonder if that's conductive. So I put my multimeter leads like right next to each other, and I touched it. No, I don't know what it's made out of, but it's not conductive material. So I was like, dang, I thought that was a good idea too.
Yeah, well, you told me a very cool one you did the other day. I really liked that idea.
Yeah.
The one you said that would be a great receive.
Yep. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That thing receives like a champ. Yeah. Transmit, not so good, but we made it work. But yeah, it receives really good. Really good. No, not tint, Jamie. It's the fold out thing you put in your front window.
The sunshade.
Sun visor. Yes, yeah, sunshade. Yeah. I thought the silver looking stuff on the outside of that would be conductive material, but it's not.
So this is where I'm also going to try to convert you guys in the chat to watching some TikTok, because I'm doing this new thing on TikTok. I'm really trying to get my TikTok to grow really, really, really big. And I always put out a video every day on TikTok, just like I put out a short every day. And normally they're similar. They're a little different, but they're similar. And I love comparing which one does better. And it was funny. So the video I put out today was the tower video, if you guys watched it. And right off the bat on TikTok, it jumped up 128 views. I'm talking in like 5 minutes, where YouTube jumped to 27. Like 5 hours later, YouTube was like 400 in front of TikTok with the views. I have fun just watching them do that. But I now added a second thing. I started today. I've been doing 2 TikToks a day recently, but now it's going to be an everyday thing, and it's going to be a POTA question a day. And like it'll be on TikTok, and hopefully I get some cool answers from it. So I challenge you guys to come out of your mold. I know some of you guys still live in your mom's basement and have really cool tuners and like to tune up on me when I do activations and everything. But just try it out, guys. It's not a Chinese spy app. I promise you. No Chinese government has got into my phone yet, and I've been doing it for quite a while. Originally it was a Chinese spy app, but it's changed hands since then. Oh, so
that you know of.
Yeah, listen. Okay, if you guys are that worried about something spying on you, go ahead and take your cell phone and throw it out the door.
Oh, yeah.
Because I promise you, I have proven.
We were talking about something the other day, me and Jumbo Marshmallow, something that I've not mentioned anywhere else. And then all of a sudden I open up Facebook and start to scroll, and I see an ad for it. And I'm like, what?
So going down the road today, I'm talking to Josh, and I was telling him, my plan on where I'm trying to save for a car right now, and all this, that, and the other. Talking about saving for a car, where I'm storing the money that I'm saving for a car, because I got a special card that I put that on and stuff. And I kid you not, I go to Facebook a few minutes later, and I have nothing but car for sale ads everywhere on it. I mean, it's just
crazy.
And all day long, every time I go on there, it's cars for sale, cars for sale, cars for sale. It's absolutely crazy.
That's nuts. Let's see, a tinfoil dipole. That's a good idea. And that goes with what Mo said, the aluminum foil. I could probably make that resonant. Don't even need a tuner for that.
I just want to say it's really good to see you, Mo. It's been a while, buddy.
Yeah, yes. Ever tried a baseball backstop? No, but I have done a fence. I've actually activated on a fence. So it's about the same thing. Sandy says only 3 people hit the like button. Yeah, listen, y'all better
kidding me?
reach
3
down
people?
there, smack the like button. Smack it like it owes you something. And if you're not subscribed, why not? It don't cost you nothing. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Join us. Enjoy.
By the way, that green looks really good on your name there, Sandy. Congratulations on the gift membership you got the other night.
Absolutely. The Lord Google is always watching. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got that right. That's for sure. Yeah, so I don't even know tomorrow's plan because I don't know. Josh's job is weird. He looks at a web page and he looks 1 minute he don't have no jobs for the next day, and the next minute he's got 3. But I think after about 9:30 at night is the last time they can put it in, because one night a job popped in at 9:30. He was sure he was off the next day, and about 9:30 it popped in. So, but I have this bet with him every Monday. I always bet you'll have 3. I've did that every week since I've been here, and I've been right every time. Every Monday he has 3 jobs.
There you go.
Because that's the day he does inventory, which is his hardest day. So he has to do inventory first and then go do all the jobs.
You're just trying to make him work more.
Look there, Terry flexing his green membership.
34 months. Gee.
34 months. Lord, have I listened to you say, go back for 34 months?
He is old.
A lot longer than that.
34 months? Boy, damn, he is old. Maybe at like 48 months, he'll get like a gift, like a hover round with a walker with little tennis
That's funny
balls
that you mentioned hover rounds, because when we went and got some tires put on Josh's truck the other day, I seen where Terry's girlfriend gets her tires for her hover round.
That is hilarious. Well, hopefully you get your antenna problems squared away there. Sandy, good to see you. Ugh, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's getting back to the weekend, how busy it's going to be.
It's going to be crazy busy.
You're going to have people all on top of each
what,
other.
4 hours, 5 hours?
10 to 2.
10 to 2?
4 hours, yeah.
Are you going out and are you doing it this year, or
no? I'll just hunt. Yeah,
you're just hunt?
with all the stuff going on, you got the support your parts, the QSO party, and man.
Yeah, I can tell you, I definitely won't be doing the Huckleberry Ridge on the weekend, because number one, it gets really crowded at the trailhead there. Because when I stopped and took that picture last weekend, there was people parked everywhere in the grass and everything. It was crazy. So I definitely want to do it through the week. So it's either tomorrow or Friday morning, or if not, it's next week. And I'm going to lean toward next week, because I have a feeling tomorrow morning my back's going to hurt really bad and my legs are going to hurt really bad. And I'm going to take this thing right here and I'm going to sit in the bed with it for about an hour before I move. And if you've never been around me in person when I have this, you don't know.
I will say it feels amazing.
It think of a Russian woman power lifter, world record champion, and that's her hand squeezing your sore spots.
I know what most everybody, a majority of you in the chat are thinking right now. Don't go there. It's not 10 o'clock. No. Okay.
We were going down the road today, and I seen something on the side of the road that said something. I said, I'm glad it's not 10 o'clock, so I can't say what I'm thinking. Josh is cracking
up. That is great. What are you going to do to help get your? What are you going to do to help to? What are man? I just had a mini stroke. What are you going to do to help your legs and back? Okay, yeah, we already saw that. The massager. All right.
Yeah.
You know what you need to help your legs and back? We need our buddy Eddie, Kilo Oscar 4, November, Lima, to cook a big old brisket.
A free membership to the spa.
To cook you a big old brisket and a spa membership. Absolutely. That way you could eat a brisket sandwich while you're getting your spa services. A Russian.
So Eddie also said, be extra careful on Georgia WMA's rifle season opens this Saturday as well. Absolutely. Yeah. When we were out at the WMA yesterday out in Tennessee, but by the way, me and Josh now own a couple of Tennessee parks, but we were out there and these guys were out scouting and stuff. So
there you
I
go.
guess it's coming up in Tennessee as well.
Back problem solved.
A Russian masseuse. That's right.
Or she can just step on your back. Jump up and down on it.
You know, that's the problem. You know, my cousin used to make trips up to West Virginia to see me, but, you know, she hasn't came to North Carolina none to walk on my back.
And you're closer.
I know.
And you're closer. We need to schedule a weekend or something. And we can like meet in the middle somewhere and knock out some Georgia.
You know,
parks.
we kind of looked at the map for that. And we found a spot that was like 3.5 your way, 3.5 our way.
That's about what it would be, yeah.
So and it avoids Atlanta for both of us.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah, we made sure and took care of that part too.
Absolutely perfect. So it'll
and
be
there will be no Brazilian wax with my brisket. Sorry.
So this will be what, east of Atlanta, east and south of Atlanta, kind of.
Let me look at the map real quick.
Yeah, we can do that.
Remember where it was, and I know I picked a state park because you don't want to set in a WMA for a meetup.
Oh, if you make it a state park or something, we can. We can bring tents, man. We just stay the weekend there.
Let's see.
That'd be fun. Rough it.
Let's see if I can
do a little bit of primitive camping. Maybe around Athens. Yeah.
Yeah, it was below Athens, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Let's see if I can find which park it was. Okay, yeah, I didn't research this park, but it was a state park, so that's why I figured it'd be nicer. It is Hard Labor Creek State Park, US 2184. It's south of Athens, just north of 20.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on the map now. Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy.
And Chris is in the chat and can probably tell us everything we need to know about that park.
Yeah. It's like a good sized park. Wow. Oh, there's a golf course on. Oh, hey, there you go. Nice lake. Lake Rutledge is right there. Yeah, make a weekend out of it. Do some camping or something like that. Sandy says, when are you coming to Florida?
Probably January this year. Probably around the 1st of January, and I'll be there till around the 1st of March.
Chris says, I don't have room for a tent in my trucks. There is a tent in my truck and a sleeping bag and a sleeping mat.
Exo says, need a Starlink. Well, I don't go anywhere without one. So I'm currently in Robbinsville. Okay. There's a Starlink 24/7 mounted to the roof of the car I'm driving.
I started to do that too. I'll bring my Starlink even if I don't need it. I used it at Rebingham the other day, and there's good cell phone signal there. I just wanted to use it.
So I'll tell you what. You know, I've been using the Mini.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've got the bigger one, but I've been using Josh's Mini. Josh has now mounted the full size one on his truck.
Wow.
And
that's crazy.
This is funny because you know how clear the path was in Huntsville, and we had a little bit of stuff interfering with it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be in full tree cover, and that thing's hammering through. I don't
For the
understand
Mini.
it.
Yeah, on the Mini.
No, the big one.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Mini does it too. But
Mhm.
I don't understand it at all. I'm like, we had a way more clear path in Huntsville, and now
Yeah.
we're in full tree cover, and we got internet. What?
Yeah, I love my Mini, and I'm glad I got it over that
The Mini does
big one.
not work as good in cloudy days, really cloudy days.
Interesting.
I can tell you that.
I have. The standby speeds are they're great for POTA, spotting yourself, stuff like that. That's what I used at Reed Bingham the other day just to test it out. We had a couple drops, but it wasn't anything due to obstructions. It was just due to just no satellite coverage right there.
Now, I'm not going to
For a
say
couple
that
seconds. So.
I'm not going to say that I don't drop signal every now and then on the phone here still. Yes, Josh is the man. I gotta agree with you, Mo. But yeah, he's got the big one mounted up there.
That's
Let
great.
me tell you, it would probably take two of us to pull it off of there.
Is it suction
Those
cup?
magnets
Oh, the magnets.
are like 400 pounds a pull.
Good Lord. That's about the same kind as our buddy Stealth GTI Scott uses for his little on his little tie down anchor things, to keep it stable.
Mhm.
Those big round ones with a handle on top of them. Yeah, those were nifty that he had.
And what's really cool about his truck is it has two inverters built into the truck.
Oh, nice.
So he's got one in the back of his back seat where he can plug the Starlink in when we're driving, and he's got one in the main back of the truck, which we don't use for that. But we also always have a battery with us because if you're running the truck for the inverter, it causes noise for HF. So we hook it to battery power then. But in the car, I've always got a 100 amp hour battery running in the Starlink, and I ran it the other day. So I ran it for about 8 hours, and then I got home and forgot to turn it off, and it was like 3 hours later. And Josh's like, "You might want to turn off Starlink because you can see it in the house that it's still on."
Yeah, if I'm going to be out there for a long time, I'll plug it up to my 100 amp hour too and run it that way. Otherwise, I'll just I got two little power bricks that can put out 65 watt PD on the USB-C port. And one of those little power bricks will power it for 3.5, 4 hours. So it's perfect for just playing POTA with.
Yeah.
What inverter to run Starlink on battery power? I just run USB-C.
I use the Victrons. They're amazing. They're quiet. There's no noise whatsoever. Josh has two Victrons, and I use one of those. One of them has more wattage than the other one, and the other one is in one of my totes. I haven't even pulled it out since I got here. So
yeah, Victron's good stuff. I got their DC to DC smart charger that I use so I can charge my batteries when I'm running down the road if I have to.
awesome. Is there before we get to the top of the hour, is there any satellite guys in here tonight? Probably not, because I'm really hoping to get some satellite guys watching this stream.
I'm your Huckleberry. You're a satellite guy in the chat. Let us know. I know Brian's in here. I saw Boo earlier.
Okay, are you a satellite? Is there any satellite guys who joined the channel after I started doing satellites? I know Brian, which says I'm a wannabe satellite, and Steven that he went down that wormhole because of me, and now he's Mr. Well, he's been busy and he's slacked off. I had to call him and say, hey, dude, what do you got? I did get him the other night. I was out doing. You go out and do a late pass and you're going to get Steven. So I was out doing a really cold. So it's been 70 some here in the day and then 40 some here in the night.
Mm.
So during the day, I'm wearing shorts. During the night, I've got on the A-Trag hoodie and a boggin. But I got him on a pass the other night. And I've been getting Mr. Whiskey Victor 8 Tango. He's a Patreon. Getting him quite a bit. Every time I go to this other grid, and not the one I'm in, but when I go to EM75, I work Ronnie. I don't know what it is. But, so. Eddie said, I have an arrow. Yeah, you probably got 6 of them in a quiver.
with broadheads on them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so evidently there's none in the chat, but we'll make it happen eventually. All right, Dan, it is coming up on the top of the hour. What you got coming up?
It is. Happy Hump Day to everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed your Wednesday. Have a good downhill rest of the week. Thanks for joining us here on Hump Day Happy Hour, episode 216. But we're just wrapping up. We are here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock and also catch us Sundays for shenanigans at 6 p.m. Eastern time. James, what's up, buddy?
All right, for me, I have a video drop tomorrow at 4 o'clock, like I do every Thursday. I don't remember what it is, but I've got one. It's already ready to go. I gotta put it in the queue and be done with it. I think it is me activating it. Joyce Kilmer is tomorrow. I also have a video drop on Saturday for Satellite Saturday, and I think it is a late night SO50 pass. I've got a couple of videos in the queue for both. So been filming a lot lately. I'm dropping shorts, TikToks, and Facebook Reels every day. So, follow me on TikTok, follow the Ham Radio Venture Guy on Facebook. You get a little different content at both places. So it's cool to hang out in different places sometimes. But, the big daddy is YouTube, and it always will be. But we're getting ready to head over to After Chat, which is a Patreon benefit. If you're not a Patreon, you can go over to Patreon right now and sign up for free for 7 days. But you must. Did I say Golf Quebec? Must. Message me or Dan so we can get you the right benefit. Because we don't know when a free person signs up till it's too late. And then they're done gone. You must message us so we can get you squared away. And guys, it's not just about the benefits that you receive, and it's well worth it. The benefits are well worth it, but it's also you're helping my adventures and all the stuff that I do all these videos from. So, feel free to hit the buy me a coffee if you don't want to do it as well. Other than that, POTA every day and video drops every day as well. I normally take 1 day a week off and don't drop nothing, but now there's a POTA question a day, so there's always going to be a TikTok.
All right.
All right, guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys in After Chat, and thanks for hanging out with us tonight. 73.
See ya.